So I want to chat about how or why you shouldn't assume that lowering your food intake or your caloric intake is the best option for you. Now, I have worked with a lot of women, and I do work with a lot of women who actually believe or who are convinced because of the way that we have been conditioned by the fitness industry that because they or because you are overweight, it means you have to lower your intake. Or because you carry excess fat, you have to lower your food intake or you have to do more cardio. And I'm here to tell you that that's not always the case. Now, the sciency, nerdy health person in me wants to say, all the numbers behind this, right? And here's the deal. I'm going to get into both sides, both the mindful side and, of course, the sciencey side, because both are very important. So if you are someone who carries extra fat or you are overweight or you want to lose weight or burn fat. Granted, not everybody who wants to do that is overweight, right? Because you can be completely healthy and still feel like you have to or need to do that. Now, here's the deal. Your body could actually be in starvation mode. What I've noticed with not only a lot of my clients, but a lot of people in general, they'll tell me, I'm overweight or, oh, I just want to lose weight or I want to burn fat. So I've been trying to eat less. And I'm like, oh, well, like, why is that? Like, how much were you eating before? And I'm astonished because a lot of times they're not eating that much. So what's happening is their body's going into starvation mode. And to put that simply, anytime they're eating food or anytime you're eating food, your body's going, whoa, 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 we might not get food again in a long time. Let's store it. So that's when your body's like storing all this extra food as fat. So then, should some horrible situation, natural disaster occur, you're going to survive. So your body's just trying to protect you. However, then you go, okay, well, now I'm gaining this fat, I'm gaining this weight. What do I do? Well, you have to be very smart about this. You cannot just assume that you need to lower your intake because imagine if you're naturally eating 1,200 calories a day and then you go, I need to. You can't hear me? Can anybody hear me? That would be so upsetting if no one could hear me because I've been talking. Can anybody hear me? Give me some love hearts or some comments if you can hear me. Just say I can or I can't. That would be awesome. I'm getting likes, I'm getting love hearts, but no one's telling me. Can you guys hear me? I'm on a roll. Okay, so we're good. One person can hear me. We'll just keep going. I'll have to we'll think about where did I leave off at. So basically what I'm saying is if you're already consuming 1,200 calories and then you go, oh, I want to lose weight, I want to burn fat, I want to do this, I want to be smaller, da da da. And then you go, okay, what do I need to do? And now all of a sudden you're consuming, what, 1,000 calories? That is not healthy. So believe it or not, you actually need to go against the beliefs and reverse diet. And like I said, I don't want to get into the very specifics of this, but if you are having a very low amount of calories now and your body's storing everything because naturally you're already eating below what your body needs on a daily basis, so your body's storing it, not sure when it's going to get it, and then now you're like, oh, I should lower it. It's like, no. No, what we need to do is reverse diet. Add a couple hundred calories, add 100 calories, add another 100, and slowly increase it while also adjusting your exercise routine to fit this need. Now, the other piece of this to note is that you have to be mindful and you have to be respectful of yourself because you might think that you need to eat less in order to achieve more, or you need to work out rigorously in order to achieve results. And that's not the case either. That's just unhealthy. That's just not loving for your body, and that's not serving for your body. You have to truly trust and be intuitive with the way that you're treating yourself. So while I could tap into the emotional side of this and the depth of this. I would love to hear from you guys if this is something you'd like me to do a free workshop on. Like, just go all in really deep and sharing the exact tools and strategies to truly create results from this space. Because if that is something you'd like, then just give me a comment on this live feed and just say yes, and I will make sure to create one within the week or so for you guys to register for completely free. And just to expand again on the numbers a little bit, just remember your body needs food to function. So, the other day I was trying to explain this to someone in the sense of like, you put it into one of those apps and it tells you to eat like 1400 calories, but you could already be eating, you could be eating 1700 to drop it all the way to 1400. That is dramatic. That is dramatic for the start of your journey. Your body is a machine. Your body will adapt to the demands placed on it. That is the exact law from Wolf and Davis. If you don't know that, it's muscles and it's bones, right? So like essentially your muscle and your bones adapt to the demands placed on it. Like when you're lifting weights, your muscles become stronger because your body is adapting. Same thing goes for food, right? If you can really start working on increasing your metabolic rate, your metabolic performance, then you're able to eat 4,000 calories. Maybe for women, we're looking at more like 29 to 3, sometimes lower, sometimes higher, depending again on who you are, what your size is, what your history is with food, etc., etc. And you'll be able to then have more and still see the results. What we don't want is someone who's like, this is what I can't stand. We also have the other end of the spectrum where it's like this person is very overweight and out of shape or has a lot of fat, and they're eating a lot, right? They're eating a lot, and then all of a sudden they drop themselves down to like 1200, and they were previously at like 2500. That is so bad, it's not even funny. And you wonder why you get hungry, you wonder why you have cravings, you wonder why all these things, you wonder why your body's fatigued. It is because your body is not used to that. So you have to progress at a very specific rate based on you. Now, the other side of me goes, well, it's not all about numbers. Well, it's not just about tracking what you eat every day. And that's not necessarily what I'm preaching, but it is important that we increase our awareness on both a mindful aspect and on a scientific and actual number perspective. So if you guys would like me to go into depth with all of this, I would be so happy to. So just leave a comment on this live feed or this video, wherever you're watching this, and just say yes, and I'll make sure that I create a registration link and either get it to you, but it'll be up. If I get enough people who say yes and want me to go deep into this kind of stuff, then I'll be happy to do a free live training. So just give me a yes on this video if that sounds good to you, and I'll make sure to create it. And if not, we can try a different free live workshop. You let me know. So what is it you want? What is it that you need to have answered right now? And I'd be happy to help you and support you in your journey. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. I hope it opened your eyes. And oh, I just got a question. Actually, I'm going to answer it now. So Alan says, what are your thoughts on HIIT after weight training for cutting? HIIT is awesome. HIIT is fantastic. I highly recommend doing high intensity interval training, especially for fat loss while maintaining muscle and strength. Highly recommend HIIT training, especially after a workout, after a weightlifting workout, because you want to use most of your glycogen stores for weight training. And then you want to burn out on your cardio. You want to use the rest of the glycogen stores and put it into your cardio. That way, we're focused more on the muscle building, the strength building, actual afterburn, and excess post-oxygen consumption goes up when we focus more on the weight training. So focus on the weight training first, then use the rest of your glycogen stores and put it all into weight training. All right, so I hope that answered your question. I hope that was helpful. I actually have a free HIIT program on my website, www.celestial.fit/freebies, or just go to www.celestial.fit. You can get the free HIIT program. But again, if you want a free training on this even deeper, just leave me a comment below saying yes, and I would love, love, love to host a free live workshop and connect with you guys even further and truly answer all of your questions. So thank you guys so much for being on live with me. Thank you so much for giving me feedback when we weren't sure if there was hearing or not, audio or not. And yeah, I hope you have an amazing day, night, or morning, wherever you are in the world. Just make it awesome.